All right, for this section, it says use synthetic division to evaluate the function for the indicated value of x. Here's basically what that means. If I want to see what if I input a 2 in for x, if I input a 2, what will be my y value? What is y when x is 2 for this function? We can use synthetic division to do that real quick. Now this one, you don't have to flip the 2. For the last ones, we did because it was a binomial. It would have been an x minus 2. But this one, they just say, hey, when x is 2, what is the answer? So start it off, set it up. So when x is 2, what is the answer? So we got coefficient of -3, x cubed, 4x squared, -17x, and -6 is my units. So drop it down, -3. -3 times 2 is -6. Add those up, you get -2. -2 times 2 is -4. -17 minus 4 is -21. -21 times 2 is -42. Add those up, that is -48. So the answer is 48, -48. So when x is 2, you can write your answer one of two ways. You can say when x is 2, y is -48. Or you can just say y equals -48. However you want to state that. I would prefer this form because it helps you to recall. In fact, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and just delete this. I don't want you to write that at all. I've decided. When we say what is x value, we want the y value. Give it to us in a point. All right? It will help to solidify in your mind that this is a point on a graph. Okay? And then the rest work just the same way we did yesterday. Number 14. Let's do it. When x is -1, what is y? So at value -1, plug everything in. At x to the 4th, we got a -1. At x to the cubed, there isn't 1, so put a 0. When x is squared, you got a 1. When you got a single x, there's not a single x, so it's a 0, and your unit is a 4. If you forgot about the zeros, we put them in there because there wasn't an x cubed, and there wasn't a single x. All right? Don't forget about that. So let's erase that real fast so we're out of the way. All right. Then muster through it. I can't believe I just said muster through it. I'm so sorry. -1 times -1 is +1. That's 0 plus 1 is 1. 1 times -1, again, is -1. -1 minus 1 is 0. 0 times -1 is 0. Those are 0. 0 times -1 is, again, 0. 4. So your answer is 4. When x is -1, y is 4. That is your answer. Hopefully you pick up on that real quick. If not, watch it again. If the synthetic division part is kicking your butt still, back up to the previous videos, which I don't know why we jumped up to 13 through 16 so quick. I must have misnumbered this, but whatever. If you are getting it, pause the video and move on to the next ones. Let's see how you do. All right, I'm going to burn through these ones real quick. So we're going to start with, on this one, -5. Oop, wrong color. -5, which remember, don't flip it. It's not a binomial. It's just straight up x equals -5. So start with -5. I'll box up there when x is cubed, it's 1. For x squared, it's -10. For x, it is 65. And for my units, it is 30. So here we go. Bring down the 1. 1 times -5 is -5. Add those up, you get -15. Multiply by the front. 15 times 5. 30, 60, 90, 105, -105. Which that's -40, pretty sure. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, yep, -40. -40 times -50, 4 times 5 is 20, so that's 200. 200 minus 30 is -170. So, 9, 10, yep, no, that's +170. So, +170. Because Mr. Connor can't follow his signs. So, when x is -5, y is 170. All right. Number 16, same idea. When x is 3, So for x cubed, it's a 1. For x squared, it's a 0. Ha ha ha. If you didn't put your 0 in there, go back and fix it before you follow the rest of this. Go back and fix it if you did it. For a single x, it's an 8. Oop, wrong color. It's an 8. And for the units, it's a 27. And then drop it, multiply, add, multiply, add, multiply, add. So 1 times 3 is 3. Add them up, it's 3. 3 times 3 is 9. Add them up, that's 17, yeah. 17 times 3 is, I got to think about that for a second. Well, 20 times 3 is 60. Minus 9 would be 51. And 51 plus 27, that's what, 8? 78? Yep. So when x is 3, y is 78. There's your answer. All right, for those of you who like puzzles, this one's going to be a lot of fun. I actually really like this. It's just interesting. All right, so it says, what is the value of k such that this one divided by that one has a remainder of 0? So we're going to use synthetic division, and we're going to try to get 0 at the end. So let's go ahead and set it up. So we've got a negative 4. And then we'll put our coefficients in there. So x to the 4th is negative 1, x to the 3rd is 0, x squared is 5, single x is a k, and the units are negative 8. Now, hopefully you see what I've done there so far. If you want to go and see if you can solve this, have at it. I would pause it and give it a shot. I think more of you can do this than you think. All right? And we want a remainder to be 0, so we're going to put a 0 right here. And then we're basically going to work back to that k. So let's get as far as we can. Okay? Negative 1, we'll drop it down. Negative 1 times negative 4 is 4. Add them up, that's 4. Times negative 4 is negative 16. Add those up, that's negative 11. Multiply that out, that is positive 44. Okay? And now it's 44 plus k. So I think everybody can get there pretty quick. But let's go back. Negative 8 plus what is 0? Well, that's 8. And then we multiplied this guy times whatever goes here to get a positive 8. So negative 4 times what is positive 8? Well, negative 2 times negative 4 is positive 8. All right. Now, we had to add these two guys to get negative 2. So what plus 44 is negative 2? And if you really want to write that up, you can just say k plus 44 equals negative 2 and solve it that way. Or you can say, well, wait a minute, k has got to be negative 46. And like I said, you don't necessarily have to set that up because you might be able to solve this instinctively at that point. Negative 46, if I owe somebody $46, but I pay them $44, I owe them $2. So there you go. Hopefully you had fun with that one. If you banged your head on the desk, I'm sorry. Good luck next time.